Let's bring in now the Gauteng Education Department. Their spokesperson is Steve Mabona, who joins us now via our video link. And Steve, thanks for your time, albeit on the back of this really heart-wrenching story. And as a start, I imagine the department, like the rest of the country, is completely shattered by what happened.
Quite shattered. But we had to provide necessary support as the department and the school. So we will continue the process of providing the school with support, and so that we understand on how we are doing in terms of the entire school community.
Yeah, we spoke to the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department earlier this morning, Steve, and we've heard more devastating news around the impact that this has had on a psychologist at that school.
Yes, indeed. You will understand that we have NGOs that are partnering schools. So the psychologist was not attached to the school, but to an NGO that will normally work very close with the school. They attended the scene. And coming back from there in the afternoon, back to the school, and we understand that, the lady collapsed, at the school, and they tried to call the emergency services, but she was declared dead, at the school. So it's quite sad for the school and the entire school community. So that's why we're saying we just want to wish to convey our condolences to both families, and wish the parent that is at the hospital and the other child a speedy recovery, so that they can then come back to life. We wish them well.
Yeah. Are you able to clarify for us, Steve, if this 13-year-old who's still in hospital went to the same school?
Yes, they went to the same school. Yes.
All right. The question I'm getting around to is that there are therefore 3 deaths that are linked to that one institution in a single 24-hour period. And this is the kind of instance, as I'm sure your experience has dictated, that not only affects the pupils, but must have an impact on the staff who are trying to keep it together at this time.
No, definitely has a huge impact in the entire school community, because you can't treat the situation as normal. They need a lot of support, and that's what we will be doing. Make sure that we also interact with the affected families. As you will know, that we will normally visit, whether as a district or a school, we'll always have a representation. And just to check the situation in the households, that we have good Samaritans that can come our way, those that cannot bury, and we work very closely with the good Samaritans, and they normally assist us. So we will work with the affected families.
Yeah. We don't often hear of psychologists, for example, responding so adversely to such events. I mean, to be fair, the psychologists are human too, but have you come across something like this since you've been in this role, where something devastating attached to a school takes place and even the psychologists aren't spared the trauma?
No, I've never had this. This is for the first time. But we take a huge toll, because we must understand that this is our children. We spend most of the times with them. 90% of these children, they spend at the school. So that's why we then take the responsibility of being parents. And so the attachment, therefore, it's inevitable that you will be severely affected. That's why we will normally go closer to our employees. We have an employee wellness program, make sure that they are also taken care of, because our psycho support will then focus on the learners and probably extend that to the families. But our employees, then we will, utilize our wellness program to assist. And it's quite sad that, an NGO that would have been associated with the school, then their employee as well, died in this manner.
Absolutely. And yeah, you certainly have a tough task ahead. Yet another one, dare I add, as the department is hit with yet another tragic event like this. Steve Mabona, thanks for speaking to us, and all the very best.